together that 4th of July day. That's when the land you're standing on became the U.S. of A. United we will stand, but divided we fall. One nation under God says it all. Men are created equal, words written in by hand. They all stand to fight when a cry for freedom rings. Freedom isn't free, it comes with a cost. One nation under God says it all. One nation under God says it all. This whole world's changing, it's changing every day. For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Stand up everybody, stand proud and tall. One nation under God says it all. One nation under God says it all.
Good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. It is 11/12 of 2019. Running a little bit late tonight because I was in county meetings all day today and good stuff happening there. Anyways, we're moving back to Tuesday nights again for Mr. Greg Williams. Apologize for not being on here last week, but I had no voice. I'm still going. Did a cookout for Fort Gates Ferry for all you that came out and supported it to help get the barge up and running. Thank you so much. They about killed my throat and my lungs, but we're good to go. Mr. Greg Williams, how you doing, buddy?
Great.
Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
Hey, well, CNN still sucks.
Ain't that the truth? How did you like...
Hey, news break. They're just running a fake story from the New York Times, and now they're going to talk about the fake story from the New York Times. And then tomorrow, the New York Times is going to retract the fake story.
Yeah, did you see the on the front of their page there where it said the truth? I don't think the New York Times will know it's the truth. It bit them in the ass.
They advertise like the truth. The New York Times, talk about an oxymoron, really. I mean, hey, they've been exposed to be the left-wing rag that they are. And people should not forget, the New York Times loved, they were in denial about Stalin, and they were kind of easy on Hitler, I'll put it that way.
Hey, we got some shout-outs we got to do real quick. Jolie, Doug Williams says, hello, Greg Williams.
Hey.
Oh, I see Selena's on tonight watching. That's my niece. We'll get to the rest of it.
I love her. She's got a great singer, Selena.
Oh, that's my niece. Actually, she can sing pretty good.
Quite talented.
Mm-hmm. So, Alabama, before we get into this political stuff, I got to talk about Alabama game. Man, we whipped our own asses the other day. You know, 13 penalties, 2 interceptions, a fumble. Don't act bored. That's Alabama we're talking about, brother.
It's all right. I thought, I know, I'm a Florida State guy. Hey, we got a new head coach. Well, he's coming. We don't know who it is, but Odell sure does get the boys to play better. And we look like a different team with Odell Higgins out there. We played a pretty good game against Boston College.
Hello, Sean.
But Alabama is still a great team, and you know, you never know what happens.
God, Sean's killing me. Sean said, glad Alabama lost. Doug Williams,
I like LSU.
Doug Williams said, drain the Putnam County swamp.
I hear you.
Hey, I get somebody that you know that's going to be running for public defender over here.
Oh, yeah, she's good. She'd be a good PD.
I met her the other day.
Anna Marie, she's smart.
Look at the last three. Look at the last 3 letters of her last name.
I like that. USA. Got to vote for her.
I'd vote for her and get her face in there.
Baby.
She's a pretty young lady.
Talented lawyer. She's good people.
Oh, she is bad to the bone, man.
If I lived there, I'd vote for her. That's how far I go.
I tell you what, I can't say who I'm voting for, but I can hold up this card and say, of the candidates that I've met yet, this would have to be my top pick. But
There
I don't
you
know. I
go.
got to wait and see because I haven't talked to any of the rest of them yet. So to be fair to the rest of you people that are running for public defender, but if I had to have somebody represent me besides you, Greg, she's my next phone call. Hell, she might be
There
my
you
first
go.
phone
That's
call.
Okay. She's good. She may not charge you.
Sean said Gators all the way. Now, I like the Gators.
I
Okay.
heard Felipe was transferring from Florida.
Yeah, somebody wrote in and said Sean Spicer finally got voted off of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really? That's a shame because he was quite untalented.
Yeah, well, I mean, the guy got out there and gave it his best. He's definitely not a dancer, you know.
He's lost a lot of weight. He looks great, but I'll tell you, that show's a joke anyway.
Better than
who cares?
Hello, Glennis.
I don't care about seeing so-called stars dance. Doesn't do much for me, but I guess somebody wants to watch it.
I've seen stars dance before. My ex-wife slapped me. Her mama slapped me upside the head with a frying pan when I was trying to sneak in her bedroom when I was like 17, 18.
Oh, wow. I guess the statute of limitations is run on that.
She was only 17. We were both 17 at the time. Or 18.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
all right.
The old gal, God rest her soul, busted me in the head with a frying pan. I hate it when a daughter sounds like her mother. You know what? That can get a guy in big trouble. They answer the phone, or you try to sneak in their window at night, and you're 18. Anyways, that's for a different story and a different night. So,
very interesting.
The AG report should be coming out, but they keep saying that every week. What do you think?
The sooner the better. I'm telling you, we need to level the playing field. The corruption, the Democrats, this is all a big diversion because they want to get as much of this out front as they can, even if they have to make it up, which they're doing. Because we all have the transcripts. I read the transcript. There was nothing to the call. And frankly, if our president can't ask a foreign government to look into some corruption, just because Biden was the vice president, that puts him above the law. Okay, and that was the throwaway line. The whole thing was about looking back. It was looking back. And by the way, I heard Biden and Hunter did some crazy stuff. That's on the back end, and it really doesn't matter. Sleepy Joe Biden, he got rich as a public servant, I'll put it that way. And that was some shady dealings, and it is what it is. And why is Hillary Clinton's server still in Ukraine? Why is that? I mean, we can't figure that out either. I mean, the Dems, they just want to cover up all the shenanigans, and then they want to run Biden, who's just as corrupt as Obama. And Obama basically committed, I'll go so far as to say, it seems like almost treasonous what the Obama administration did to Trump. Okay, they actively investigated. They colluded with Russia to get the dossier. They colluded. They're the ones that are guilty of all the stuff that they're accusing the Republicans of, just everything. And that's what they've done, and they don't want to be exposed, but eventually it's coming out. And if it's not the IG report, they got more stuff coming after that.
Well, Barr is a complete badass. I'll show you right here. You know what scares the hell out of the Democrats up on the Hill? Right there.
Good.
Check old Barr.
I mean, hey. You can't be that corrupt for that long and get away with it and not have any accountability. That's what kills me.
You got Brenner in there. You got Hillary. You got all of them. I mean, every one of them right there.
There's a lot of shady dealings.
Comey.
Also, hey, I got you. That's a good picture. Not to change the subject, but there's more evidence that Epstein got whacked in jail.
Yep.
So they're all talking that Epstein was probably murdered to protect Bill Clinton. I saw that where the reporter was just kind of talking about it, and then they had it on tape where ABC had covered it all up for 3 years. They had that story ready 3 years ago. And he's got so much money and so much pull because, he was in bed with the, not literally, not figuratively, hopefully, but he was in bed with he was a big Democrat political donor, I'll put it that way. Yeah. Arguably, he was in bed with Clinton and some unknown women. But that would just be speculation on my part.
Yeah, I got to give a couple more shout-outs here before we lose all these. Todd, man, next time you come down to Putnam County, you got to go over and eat in Salt Springs with me. This guy named Todd. It's called Odd Todd's. It's a taco place right there on 19. biggest and best damn burritos in the world. I'm not kidding you. Anybody out there that's go over and going towards Salt Springs on 19, you got to stop by there. Hello, Jessica. Doug Williams said Clinton's Big O and all the crooked Trump haters are going down. You know, I wonder what it's going to be a shocker.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a shocker
go down.
when the AG report comes out, because now they've been weaponized now to where they can make subpoenas, they can file charges, the whole 9 yards. There's a bunch of crap getting ready to go down between.
What Comey and Brennan and Clapper and half the Obama cabinet, and some people say Obama himself was involved in all this. I'll tell you what, I don't know how high it goes, but it was so corrupt, and it should never happen.
Here's a picture for you. What do you think?
There you go. If that's the future of the country, this country's in trouble.
Hello, Gerald. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, blow that up. That's pretty good. There's your Democrat leadership. Boy, they're brilliant, aren't they? Yeah. And you know what? Then Pelosi's like, oh, this is so sad. What's so sad is your corrupt party trying to frame up the president on some garbage charge about a phone call based on second and third and fourth party. And the whistleblower is not a whistleblower. He's actually a traitor to the country, okay? And he ought to be locked up for what he did. But this guy's 33 years old. He's a partisan hack. His lawyer's a partisan hack. And why he was even allowed to work in the White House. And why can't they do a better job of having better people in the White House? I mean, it's like Trump is being spied on since the day he's got over there. And they had made a commitment to impeach him before he took office.
Oh yeah.
And they're in it. So you can see it at CNN. The misinformation started the day they started covering all the people coming and going. They deliberately manipulate the media, and the DNC is nothing more than the DNC and the Democrats. Not the Democrats, but the DNC and the media are all in bed together. It's just so sad.
Well, you know what? Some of the media now is starting to flip, because look what they did to Poca.
I haven't seen a lot of flipping.
I've seen it a couple of times this past week, and look at what they did to Pocahontas. I mean, you had MSNBC, you had a couple of other different reporters actually asking her, "How are you gonna pay for the Medicaid for all?" Go ahead and put this up. Well, she says, and this is a quote from the other day, "Donald, you ain't seen nasty yet." He's like, "Oh, please, Jesus, no nudes."
That is funny.
Found that on the internet. Actually, Doug Williams sent me that. My buddy Doug sent that.
That's pretty funny. You know, the sad part about Elizabeth Warren is she's an economic illiterate, as are most Democrats, just completely illiterate on all things having to do with the economy. And if you don't believe me, just look at what's happened since Trump's come in with some good, solid economic policies. I mean, it's pretty clear. You lower regulation, you have smart regulation, you don't over-regulate, you don't use regulators to kill industries, you don't pick favorites. I mean, and then you lower the tax base. The guy is really, really putting some pop in our economy. Now, if we can just get control of the budget and maybe put it over the wall and get control of our immigration, we could really go places. Think how much we could get done if the Democrats weren't fighting the president every step of the way.
All he has to do is say he hates something and they'll pass it. But what do you think about here's Elizabeth Warren got busted yesterday. And I don't have the soundbite because, like I say, I was running late getting here to the show tonight, but getting to the studio. But Elizabeth Warren was talking to some of her main donors, which happen to be billionaires who are capped out on their donation things. And she's saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. Once I get in office, it's not really going to be like this. I'm just saying this pretty much, and I'm just improvising here," is what she said. But, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's not going to be like this when I get into office." She lied about, being Pocahontas. She's been lying all her life, just like Chuck Schumer and your favorite liar there on Capitol Hill that's in charge of the impeachment inquiries. Shifty Schiff. Yeah. Hello, Gerald. Hello, Todd.
Bug-eyed. That guy's bug-eyed, too. Something ain't right about Schiff. I think that his conscience might be bothering him. You know, he's such a pathetic liar.
He needs an enema.
He manipulates the truth. He ought to be hung.
The guy's so full of shit, he needs 6 pounds of enema.
Out and hang him. I hate to say it, but, I mean, he is basically carrying water for people that would commit a coup against the country.
He needs a
Make no mistake about it. This impeachment is a coup attempt. They have nothing. Okay, the president, you know, he bloviates, he talks, you know, he got that New Yorker Bronx thing, Queens. But you know what? He's a winner, and he makes good choices and his sound judgment. And I think his grasp on the economic issues is far superior than our previous presidents. You got to go back a long way. Maybe JFK had as equally a good grip. JFK knew that you got to have a good tax rate to have good business. I mean, JFK was a tax cutter. JFK was a lot like Trump. He's a supply sider. He was a great economic literate Democrat, probably the last Democrat that really understood the economy.
Yeah, I have a video that we're going to put up in a second of Chuck Schumer with Nancy Pelosi and what's his name? He used to be real huge up there. Crap, he's disappeared here lately off the scene.
Ferry?
Huh? No. He was
Ferry?
no, he was in charge of the impeachment inquiries before Schiff took over.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. Oh yeah. They'll bring it back to him. The guy from Maryland. I forget his name. He's a crook from New Jersey or something. I forget his name.
Well, yeah, because him and Schumer.
Napper.
Nadler.
Nadler.
Jerry Nadler. Yeah,
He's
thank you.
another phony politician with bad ideas.
Okay.
You know what sucks about the Democrats? They actually want the country to do bad. You know, they can't win. They want to bring America down. They want to destroy our economy. They want to destroy our energy policies. They want to destroy what makes America great so they can then try to take power and then give you and me less rights. You know, they tell us what to do and what we can and can't drink and take our big gulps away.
Well, we have a video clip of Nadler. He's in the front, and Schumer's up against the wall here. We're going to show you what's happened to Schumer lately because he's been sniffing around Nadler a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
God.
Oh, no. They're shifty shift and Nadler. He's got his head so far buried up his ass, it's unreal.
That's weird too.
I'm going to probably take a beating on that one, but oh well, what the hell.
Hey.
Show it one more time, because that is freaking hilarious.
Shifty shift.
Nah, we're good with it.
Yeah, you might. That's seen better days.
I'm going to hear from the from the listeners and stuff on that one.
The PETA people may have a problem with that.
Yeah. Oh well. I really care. I don't get paid to do this. Neither do you. So we just do it to piss people off. Hey, I got a hat I found, and I've already ordered it for you. It'll be in.
Oh, good. It's a Magna hat. Make America Great Again. Because, you know, I always wanted one.
Nope.
Oh, Make Them Cry Again. That's pretty cool, too. We could actually put that to, what's that guy's name that sings the song Let Her Cry? Really good country western guy. Used to be with a pop group.
Oh, I don't remember.
Let her cry. Let her cry.
Hey, where the hell's Desiree at tonight?
You know, he sings Wagon Wheel. What's the guy's name that sings Wagon Wheel?
Hootie. Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker.
Yeah, he's great. He is a fantastic singer. Love the guy. Love his music. Well, anyway, you can put that song "Let Her Cry" on while we all wear those hats.
Yeah.
Make her. You know,
so I ordered that one for you. It should be in this coming week.
Yeah. Well, I really want a Magna hat because I like the fact that some people are offended by it.
I already got you one. I got it right here in the studio.
Oh, good. Just gotta get down there and get it. Okay, cool.
I told you, as soon as you meet up with me, I got you a hat right there.
All right. We love him. Hey, what a great president. The best president of my lifetime.
See, we had another one to
the
put up
Dems
here.
are so stupid they want to impeach the guy for actually trying to corral the deep state. We have a big deep state problem, folks. I saw Blumenthal, Sidney Blumenthal, who's a hatchet man, trickster for the Democratic Party, Clinton ties. They're all going after all the Fox people for exposing.
Oh, Greg went digital.
The same people that ran this fake Russian thing are now running this fake Ukraine thing, trying to blow it up into something that it's not. Frankly, I think the phone call was good. I had no problems with it, especially in light of the corruption of Joe Biden and his son. And, you know, Joe Biden, he gave a speech a while back before this blew up. He said, China's really not a problem. China's really not a bad, he's soft on China, and I wonder why. A lot of moolah, money.
Yeah.
The Chinese, and then Schiff says, we're going to charge the president with bribery. Really? What about Biden keeping $1 billion from Ukraine? Until they fired the prosecutor. Give me a break. The whole thing just stinks to high heaven.
Yep. Well, yeah, the problem with is that the people that are in office anymore have forgotten we the people, but they've forgotten what this is. I got 10 of these I'm going to give away tonight. So if you guys, the first 10 that writes in and says, I want a pocket of the Constitution, just type in, I want a pocket Constitution. I'll give this 10 away tonight.
Oh, great. That is a great document, a breathing document, but it was brilliantly written.
Yeah, and it's not going to cost you anything. We'll mail them out to you.
Speaking of the Constitution, every time I hear Nancy Pelosi say, and we want to protect the Constitution, I want to barf. The Democratic Party is the ones that want to pack the Supreme Court. They want to get rid of your guns. They want to kill the Second Amendment. They want to curtail the First Amendment. The groupthink of the Democratic Party is unbelievable. You have to believe all of the crap about global warming that they want to shove down our throat with their bad science, because a lot of it is bad. It was politicized. And, if you don't have their little groupthink, then you're like terrible. And, golly Moses, every 4 years, Republicans get insulted and called every name they can because the Democrats, all they want to do is divide the country and conquer. And really, they're rooting for the country to do poorly. And that's another thing I have a problem with the Democratic Party. I mean, aside from their terrible, insane ideas, the corruption, and then the economic illiteracy, I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. If you want to see what the world would be like under Democratic rule, turn into this little show trial, this little mock trial where you can't have your witnesses. Schiff ought to be the one being questioned. Schiff is the one that knows everything. He probably wrote the stupid report that little 33-year-old CIA guy did, the deep stater. They want to protect, but that's all crooked. I don't even think that guy is a whistleblower. I don't think he even qualifies as a whistleblower. He wasn't even in the damn room. How can you be a third-party whistleblower?
Oh, he's in a world of doo-doo now because he got caught. What exactly was it?
They've already outed him. I don't want to say his name because I can't pronounce it that well, but eventually it'll be, it'll be out there. But
hey,
it is what it is.
He had ties to Ukraine before Clinton. He had ties to Ukraine already before Trump was in. They already had their deep state set up.
He knows about Hillary's ties to Ukraine. Let me tell you, Ukraine was so corrupt. They put a bunch of money in Hillary's foundation. Nobody seems to care.
You know what pisses me off, Greg, is. Right. And I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever it is, dark horse candidate. When you run on something where you're swearing to uphold and protect this sacred Constitution, and you get on there and you talk about we're going to go into people's houses and take their AR-15s away, like this.
About the Constitution, I know.
Yeah, he said, "Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s." I like right old Ron White said, "I don't think so, Scooter."
Yeah, I don't think so.
You come and try to take you.
He's already done.
When people realize that a lot of these candidates are talking about, taking away constitutional rights, who you can get your insurance from, for one, to tell me I got to take Medicaid violates my constitutional rights. of telling me where I have to get something, when I have to get it, who I have to get it from, that's a bunch of crap. You know, if I want to go with United or if I want to go with Aflac or whoever I want to go with, Farmers, I should be able to pick what insurance company I want to go with. Not if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. Bull crap.
That wasn't true. But again, that I remember that. They lied to the people. It was supposed to be Congress will have the same plan. Let me tell you something. If they want to run health insurance reform, the reform that I want is the same plan that my congressman gets, okay? That's the plan I want. And if I can't get it, then stay the hell away from my insurance, okay? So the hypocrisy of them all. It's good for the rest of the country, but we want to keep our insurance. We want to have our plan, That's why the Dems are in trouble with the unions. You think the UAW is going to give up their health insurance benefits? If you want your health insurance benefits and you're you're a Teamster, you better vote for Republicans or you may not get them.
Well, Pocahontas is on board with that too. When she got on there and said, only the government should.
The government should have guns. Great.
Yeah. Well, ask this Indian right here.
They tried that in Nazi Germany.
Ask this Indian right here. Yeah.
A real Indian would know better than that. Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's so funny.
You got a monkey that would even know better.
That's a really good one. That's really classic. That's good.
You got a monkey that would know better. Ask my people what happened at Wounded Knee when 384 men, women, and children were slaughtered by the government.
I agree.
Hey,
Wounded Knee. What about Rocky Ridge? That whole family got taken out by Janet Reno up there. Forget Ruby Ridge. Yeah, that's another one of the government overreach things.
Oh yeah, Doug. What was his name out there? Not Kevorkian. Koresh. David Koresh. When Janet Reno got the order from Bill Clinton, sent them in there, and they slaughtered all the men, women, and children. I mean, granted, the place was a freak zone, but they didn't deserve. Those little kids didn't deserve to get burned alive.
It could have been handled better. It could have been handled a lot better. The government can be reach, and they can over.
It was a waiting game. Just wait them out. Set a couple guys out there, and wait for them. They're going to run out of food and water. They already had their electric stuff shut off.
It was sad. It was sad. All of that's bad. It is what it is. But, we got a good commander-in-chief. One thing the Dems like to do is they like to criticize him on that Charlottesville speech. And let me just tell you this. He gave a great speech, and in the same context that they misquote him, if you go down about another paragraph or two, he ties it all in. And really, there were some good people there. Because guess what? They're called bystanders. They just happen to be there. So I enjoy statues of our history, where you can learn, Countries that don't learn their history are doomed to repeat it. And that's what the Dems would like to do. They'd like us to all forget and then lead us down like the Pied Piper to socialism and to a failed state. And I will tell you, if it wasn't for America propping up Western Europe, they wouldn't have all these generous benefits because they're not putting money in the military. And if it wasn't for us, they could all be speaking Russian.
Well, I'm getting tired of the politicians that speak with forked tongue, like Elizabeth Warren telling these people, well, once I get into office, it's going to go back to the way it was. One thing I will say about Bernie Sanders.
She's never going to get in office. None of the Democrats will ever win against Trump. Why? Because they're all clueless. Their ideas are terrible. And it shows the polls are phony. And you get phony polls. The Fox poll is garbage. They colluded with somebody else. I forget who it is. They consistently undersample the Republicans and oversample the Democrats. And any poll that says Buttigieg or any of these 5 or 6 Democrats, because they have these polls where every Democrat beats Trump. I'm laughing.
Great.
And of course, MSNBC will run with it,
Well, yeah. The one thing that I do like about Sanders, Bernie there, is for one, I think he'll probably die of old age before he would ever get out of office. But number 2 is that he at least
I like Bernie.
He at least is. I love Bernie. He at least says what he's gonna do, whether I agree with it or not. He doesn't speak with a forked tongue like Elizabeth Warren and Ocasio-Cortez. All you got to take.
What you're saying is he's more genuine than the others. Okay, I get that. But Trump's the same way. He's genuine too. And not only does Trump say what he's going to do, he does what he says and says what he does. I mean, that's what I like about it. And the Democrats can't stand it, but I'm so happy for everything that he's got done. But yet there's still more work to be done. And I can't believe the Democrats have just thrown this whole term down the road. They have screwed up the country so bad. Fix the immigration problem. DACA is getting ready to get shot down by the Supreme Court. Get DACA done. Get the immigration thing done. Solve that problem. We don't need a bunch of MS-13 moving over here. And let's get these illegals out that don't need to be here. And the ones that are illegal, let's assimilate them into the country.
Hey, before we
love immigrants.
Before we move on, we just had Veterans Day. So
God bless them.
I want to thank all the veterans who have served, fought for us, still serving, still fighting for our freedoms. You know, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much. And to the families of these fallen victims, we haven't forgotten you. You know, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every military person out there that has served, including our first responders. They're just as much, you know, responsible. But to the men and women and to the people who want to burn the flag, piss on you, you know, you look at those coffins there.
Hey, did you say CNN piss on you?
Yeah, pretty much. But to the people
Because if you didn't say it, I'll say it.
Yeah, but to
Maybe
the people.
I already said it. CNN piss on you because you are misinformation. You are fake news.
And to Colin Kaepernick and them, kiss my ass. Look at those coffins. When you people that want to burn the flag and spit on it, and look at those. But I want to play a video before we get off the air here that I found of this old man, and we actually put it up on the Putman Way. And this is just watch it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. It's going to take just a second.
CNN proudly brought to you by the Democratic National Committee. Thank you.
But because we didn't get to do a veteran show, I want people to watch this and listen to this guy. Turn it up some, Chris.
Here's to the red of it. There's not a thread of it in the whole spread of it, from foot to head of it. But heroes bled for it, faced steel and lead for it, precious blood shed for it, bathing it red. Here's to the white of it, thrilled by the sight of it. But who knows the right of it, but feels the might of it. Through day and night womanhood cared for it, made manhood dare for it. Puritans pray for it, keeps it so white. Here's to the blue of it, beauteous view of it, star-spangled droop. Diadems gleam for it, state stands supreme for it. Liberty beams for it, brightens the blue. Here's to the whole of it, stars, stripe, pole, body and soul of it. Sun shines through it, hearts in accord for it. Swear by the sword for it, thanking the Lord for it. Red, white, and blue.
That's beautiful.
That is a true American right there.
That's a beautiful thought. That really is. I liked it.
Yeah, I got one other one that we're going to put up, but let's see. I was looking at some of the comments because a bunch of people saying "God bless America."
We love America.
Our veterans and stuff. I mean, that's it to me. That gets me in the heart. You know, especially when I go out and I still hear the national anthem, I still get the chills up and down my back. And it's too bad that people just don't feel that anymore, especially our people up on Capitol Hill. You know,
there was an old guy that played it on the harmonica, I think, north in a game or something. It's pretty good. 90-year-old vet. I think he played the Star Spangled Banner on his harmonica. I think I caught the end of that. Sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I got Chris looking for something. We'll put this one up, and then I'll let you get out of here. I'll give you your last 2 minutes, but not just yet. So you're gonna have to hang on for a second because he's looking for something for me.
All right.
What else is there in the news?
Well,
we got the
so
AGU
much
coming
since
out.
We've been on last. It's hard to keep up. You know, you got AOC, you got the crazy people on the left. You know.
Yeah.
Here
Here it is.
More lies being told about the president. You know.
Here's something.
The president being misquoted all the time. Go ahead.
I don't know if you ever saw this. When I was a kid, I saw Red Skelton deliver this message.
He was funny.
And,
I like Red Skelton. He was good.
He was still to this day my all-time favorite comedian. The guy didn't cuss. He was clean. He could make you laugh.
Jonathan Winters better, but he was great too. Red Skelton was great.
The one time when I saw him, and it stuck with me all these years, and I want people to listen to this and watch this. He's describing the Pledge of Allegiance, and because of just having Veterans Day yesterday,
too. He loved the country. He was a great man.
Oh yeah. So Chris, go ahead and roll that footage.
I remember a teacher that I had. Now, I went through the 7th grade. I went to the 7th grade. And I left home when I was 10 years old because I was hungry. And I used to, this is true. I work in the summer and I go to school in the winter. But I had this one teacher. He was the principal of the Harrison School in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, this was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we were all reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day. And he walked over, this little old teacher. Mr. Laswell was his name. Mr. Laswell, and he says, I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity, allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts, freedom is everybody's job. United. That means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states. 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose. All divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose, and that's love for country. And to the republic, a state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance, under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?
You know what? Every
Hey,
parent.
that almost made me cry. It's brilliant. He's a beautiful man. That was touching.
I know. And you know what? I think that Congress, Republicans and Democrats and independents alike, which there's only one independent sitting up there now, but I think every one of them should have to listen to that every time before they go to session. I mean, because that's brilliant.
Well, hey, you're sounding like a Democrat now, telling everybody what they have to do.
Yeah, I think they should. I didn't say they
Yeah,
had
they
to,
should, but hey, I know, but you don't, but we as Republicans, we don't want to tell people what they can and can't have and can't do and ban this and ban that. We want to live in a free society where individual rights matter. We're not part of, it's great to be part of the collective and people come together and achieve more in a group. But hey, it's the individual rights that make this country go. And if you lose them, you never get them back.
Anybody that's listening should make their kids have to sit down and listen to that. That's not government. That's parenting. I mean, my kids have listened to it. But anyways, hello, Paul. Paul just getting in here as we're getting ready to kick out. After Greg gets off, I've got to talk to you guys and gals about Fort Gates Ferry. So go ahead. I'm giving you the last time. Go ahead.
Well, okay. Well, look, here's what's going on. We got a phony impeachment based on some phony opinions of some phony elitist deep staters. The only good news is that the whole country realizes there really is a deep state problem. Comey, deep state. Brennan, deep state. The whole Clinton cabinet, deep state. And the people that worked with them, they were all corrupted. And it's sad. It's sad to see what goes on. So all I can tell you is it's a phony impeachment trying to take down the president. It's not going to work. And be careful when you go after the emperor. That's a figure of speech. But when you go after the top dog and miss, because they're going to miss, because he's been a great, great president. The people love him. The people are with Trump. The Dems are not with Trump. They've never been with Trump. They've been trying to impeach him and have been searching for a crime ever since. And, while he talks, some smack, his policies are the best and they're good for the country. And we need more Trump. We need more people like Trump, and we need less Democrats. What's wrong? Problems with democracy in America. What is the main problem with democracy in America? Radical leftists, infected socialist Democrats. They have infected the party, the Muslim Brotherhood, the socialists, the Antifa. They run the Democratic Party. They are crooked. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, CBS. They're all deep staters. They're all DNC. And I'm just glad that most of the country sees through it. And I hope we can vote a lot of these crazy, lousy representatives out so we can take the House back and maybe get the immigration fixed. We have got nothing done under Pelosi. They lied to get elected. They said they were going to work with the president. Ever since they got elected, they tried to impeach him. They had phony this, phony that. And to be honest, I'm a little disappointed with what I see on Fox sometimes. People want to give credibility to a ridiculous assertion that the president's trying to do something wrong in regards to Biden. If Biden was corrupt, he needs to be exposed. Hillary's computer server is still over in Ukraine. That needs to be exposed. There's a lot of corruption that needs to be answered for, and the people are sick of it. So God bless the president.
I give it to you, brother. Well said. All right.
All right. Hey, peace out.
Peace out, brother. We'll see you next week.
Victory sign. Victory
same
sign.
bat channel,
Right.
same bat time.
Later, my friend.
All right. Yeah, hook up with me this week. We're going to go over to hook up with me, and I'll be gone for a little bit. I'll be broadcasting.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, we'll get over to Odd Todd's and eat big old burrito. Guarantee you never had a burrito that good. Maybe you can come down and do a live show out of the studio one night.
Hey, well, you got to get me down there. I'll have to. Maybe we do one. I mean, how far south of the courthouse are you?
10 minutes.
Are you south of the courthouse or north of the courthouse?
South. The studio is south of the courthouse.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get there one day. All
okay.
right.
Come in. We'll do a day show. All right, Greg. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Be good.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. That was Greg Williams, attorney at law. If you guys need a good attorney, go over and see Greg or give him a call at 904-358-8180. 904-358-8180. Greg does everything but murder cases. So if your dumbass gets popped with pot, call him up. Doug Travis for county commissioner. Nope. I've had that offer. Try to get a bunch of people to get me to run, and I'm just not interested in it. Doug, you need to run. Oh, you'd be great in there. Anyways, the thing is, don't vote party. Get to know your candidates and stuff, and vote for the person and what you believe their ideas are best for our country. That's what is going to keep America great. So, with that being said, Fort Gates Ferry, I've been getting a ton of calls and questions and emails on what's going on with Fort Gates Ferry. For you that don't know, Fort Gates Ferry has been in existence for 239 years. It was started by Colonel Gates, who is, I think we even have a picture of that. Yep, right here. It's Fort Gates Ferry over in Willaca. The picture we're going to put up, the barge, of course, is a cartoon or a drawing of it. This barge is almost 100 years old. That boat right there was built, you'll see it says established in 1780. Actually, Fort Gates was, when that was first came out, it was by Colonel Gates. But by 1780, the British had already left here, and he was a British commander. But Fort Gates was established somewhere around 1750, 1760. And Fort Gates Ferry was established in 1870. So the boat that's in the picture right there, there's a picture of the old barge, one of the wooden barges. Now, this wooden barge is still setting in the water over at Fort Gates Ferry. Fort Gates Ferry is right down by Willaca, and it connects Marion County and Putnam County. And Captain Dale down there, he still takes cars across. Well, he doesn't right now because the ferry landings haven't been down since Hurricane Irma. The county, I went to a meeting today. They are working on getting the thing back up and running. So the landing will be going in here in the next couple of months. So anyways, there's another picture of it. The boat right there in that picture is Too Windy. That's the name of it, Too Windy. It was commissioned. It was built somewhere around 1899. And it was a sailboat, and they cut the keel off of it and made it a push boat. And it pushes this barge. Even till today, if the ferry was up and running, that thing still pushes the barge across the river, back and forth. It's exactly a mile across the river. You can go down there as part of the Florida Black Bear Trail. Oh, that's Captain Dale when he was a lot younger. But Paul Newman has filmed commercials off of this thing whenever fires have broken out over in Marion County side, Marion Putnam County side. Captain Dale's gone across the river, rescued those people, brought back their chickens, their cows, their goats, all their possessions, and got them away from the fires. Anytime that a plane has gone down in the river, which I believe is 3 now on this end of the county, he's taken that barge over there and pulled it out. Now, the barge got destroyed during Hurricane Irma, and the landing went into the barge and sank it. Steve up at St. John's Shipbuilding and Ben up there, he's the one that's over the project. Great people. And they're giving such a break on the barge. It's $12,000 to get this thing repaired, which sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. But they're giving a hell of a deal on repairing this thing. They've let it sit there for 8-9 months while we've been collecting the money. We had a cookout up at Hitchcock's. Thank you, Miss Joanne, for allowing us to have the cookout. We were able to raise half the money so that they can get started on it. So as far as I know, right now they are working on the barge and getting it ready. I want to thank Bass Pro Shop over there, Mr. Manny over at Bass Pro Shop over in Gainesville. They are donating a push boat to Captain Dale, not just an old beat up used boat. This thing is a 2020. With the trailer, it comes in well over $20,000. So I want to thank Manny and Bass Pro Shop. You guys and gals want to get some good stuff. It's not that far of a drive from Putnam County. Go over there and buy your stuff from them. As far as your hunting and all this. Also, Big Boys Play Toys is working with us on getting Too Windy back up and running. They're giving the motor to us at cost, and they're actually going to install it and help with the reconstruction of the motor and putting it on the back of the boat. We are in the process of collecting money to help get that done. There is a GoFundMe page. Do we have that link, Chris?
Not at the moment.
Okay, we'll get that up. Because I'm going to be talking more in detail about that come Friday night. There is a golf tournament this coming weekend at the Oaks. Adam kicks ass down there, man. He's allowed us to go ahead and do a golf. It's called a golf social. It's teams of 3. So if you play golf and you want to go down there, $75 a person. That includes your lunch, a hamburger. It's got all the fixings and all that with it. They will be having beer. Somebody drive around serving beer on the course, so you can buy your beer. You don't have to run up to the clubhouse. And it's going to be a good day. That's going to be Sunday. I believe it's 7:30 sign up and 9 o'clock is tee off. And it is 18 holes. I've got another tournament we're going to be announcing. I do not play golf. You do not want me playing golf, people. I have knocked a lady out. The very first game I ever played, the first hole, I hit the ball, a lady went down, knocked her senseless. But Fort Gates Ferry, we need to come up with about 15,000 on 2 windy and another 6,000 on the barge. Now, the one thing we've done, and I don't have it in here, I wish I had the brick with me in the studio, but I don't. We have bricks that you guys and gals can purchase. They're $35. And we're going to make a sidewalk that goes from where the ferry landing is at to a dock that was been there for 100 years. And these bricks, they are lasered, whatever you want to put on them, especially if you want to put roll tide. Like, you can put whatever you want on this brick, and the bricks are going in the ground, and they'll be there for at least the next 120 years. That's what their lease is on the property there. So if you want to purchase one, they're $35. All the proceeds go to Fort Gates Ferry. You can go on the Putnam Way. You can ask for one of the applications. They have a PayPal account set up where you can pay for it online, or you can stop by Fort Gates Ferry down in between Georgetown and Willaca. So, I got a copy of it. My program manager, Marie, has bought this into me. Thank you. This is one of the bricks. God, these things are heavy. Oop, there it is. And this print on this brick here, it is actually lasered in. So the letters are burned in. They're not painted in. So that means when it gets pressure washed, it's not going to wash out of there. Now on mine, I'm going to let you guys and gals know a little secret. On mine, it's going to say, in loving memory of me. And it's going to have a question mark. That way, 100 years from now, people are going to be walking by going, there's Susie, Tom, Angie, Tammy, Cameron, me. Who the hell is me? So, anyways, the bricks are $35. You can purchase them right at Fort Gates Ferry. You can go online. You can go to the Putnam Way or IITW Radio, and you can buy them on there. $35. Put your kid's name on them. Now there are bigger ones that go for $100. They're 8x8. They're twice the size of this. And there's more lines that you can write on there. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Or stop by Fort Gates Ferry, and I've got the applications and everything down there for them. It's a great thing. It will help raise money for 2 windy. It doesn't raise a lot, and the bricks, we've worked out a deal with those people so that you can get them that are affordable. Put your kids' names on them if you have a loved one that's passed away that you want to put their name on it and remembrance of. It's a great cause. And the golf social that's coming up this weekend. Hello, Linda. The golf social is this weekend, Sunday. If you haven't registered, there's only 108 openings. There are still some 30 openings. So if you have a team and you want to go down there, you don't even know how to play golf. Just go down there and hit some balls, or at least show up down at the Oaks, and that is in Georgetown, Caddy Corner, across from Renegades. And you guys can stop by and play golf. to Captain Dale, who has been running this thing for, 22 years now? Since 1998. I don't know the math on that. Linda said she's got hers done for 2 bricks. Yeah, she was over at the cookout. Thanks, Linda, for coming out and supporting it. Linda and her husband also, if you want to get in touch with her, you can go on there and find her name. Look underneath the comment section. You can send her a thing. If you gals have a cookout that you want to do or something, they make some of the best barbecue around. But anyways, we need to jump on this thing and help Fort Gates. You know, Captain Dale down there, he goes in a hole every year keeping this thing alive. And when so many people are destroying, you know, our past and our history, and I've got an article coming up about this. It's about a little black boy, little white girl, and a little Indian girl. You guys are going to love this story. I mean, it is kick butt. I interviewed a lady who was 102. Right before her 103rd birthday, she passed away. But she was telling me this story, and I've got an article written about it that will be going up on Thursday about this. But we need to support this great cause. I mean, Fort Gates Ferry, it's part of the Florida Blackberry Trail, and the way that Captain Dale's getting this place set up and taking it back to the 1800s. You can also go down there and stay. It's, $45 a night? Something like that. He has cabins. So if you want to call and reserve a cabin, what is the number on that? 386-467-2411. So, and there it is right there, Gateway Fish Camp, 229 Fort Gates Ferry Road. And it's called Crescent City, Florida, but it's actually between Georgetown and Willaca on 309. But they have fully furnished 1- and 2-bedroom cabins available. You can stay the night or stay for 7 days. A couple of my favorite people, Edwina and her husband, were down there. They stayed for 8 days. Now, if you want to go fishing, you can put your boat in there. It's like $4 for the day, $5 a day for the slip. You can also go fishing now. And I should have bought some of the pictures in here for the fishing. This past week, I've been there several times, and the fishing is incredible. And one guy caught, him and his wife, 103 mullet or 108 mullet. Yeah, in about an hour's time, they had reeled in over 100 mullet. And I caught a 6-pound tilapia down there. I was happy as all get out. I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, yesterday, my program manager was down there, and she caught a huge catfish. What does that say? How does a polar plunge?
Do a polar plunge, Travis.
Do what?
A polar plunge.
What is that?
I'd imagine you get in your skivvies and jump into.
Oh, no.
I
I am not going to do a polar plunge out there. There is no way in hell I'm doing that. For one, there's too many alligators in that water. And yesterday I saw a river otter, the biggest one I've ever seen in my life down there. I was just swimming right up while I'm fishing. That's why I only caught one brim. I decided to take an hour off and fish. Anywho, we need this. You guys and gals need to get behind me and help support this thing. Buy a brick, or donate to them. And we'll put the thing up on Friday night on where you can donate at. But show up for the golf tournament. Show up, go down there to Fort Gates and at least check the place out. I mean, it's a part of Putnam County that has been there for 239 years. 239 years. You know how old that is? I mean, that's incredible. That's before our country became a country. So, anyhow, buy a brick or just go down there and support them, or go down there and play golf this weekend. I want to thank Adam and them down at the golf course and Mr. Snowden over at, what's the name of his place?
It's
Bass River Champion Lodge. And while you're over there, go see Odd Todd over there at Odd Todd's Taco Stand. Or go down to, what's the name of the bar if you're wanting a good drink? Cactus Jack's over there. What was her name? Lynn? Yeah, Miss Lynn over there, Cactus Jack's. Just go past Mr. Snowden's place. Linda said, if you go, I will. I'm going to have to think about that. If somebody will donate $5,000, I'll jump into a 55-gallon drum of ice. Huh? Last time I said that, it had to do with Linda and them. I wound up kissing a frickin'.
You don't need to be in your skis.
hog in a hog pen. If you guys haven't seen that, go back on the Putman Way and watch that. It's quite interesting when the hog snotted me in the face, and then he crapped on my brand new tennis shoes. It's what? Yeah, well, they still think it's funny. I still don't. You know, after I left there, I was only gone. I only left, and that was for Gloria Povich. Povich, did I say it right? Povich, yeah. And it was to help them out with some funeral expenses, and Miss Gloria passed away a couple days later. But from what I understand, she laughed her butt off seeing me get in there with that hog. But I'm also I hope nobody lets this get out, because one of our firefighters, that's Jeff, one of the twins out of South Putman here. He's been a firefighter, hell, for as long as I've been here, 20-something years that I know of. That was his wife that passed away. Jeff is a proud guy. He wouldn't ever ask anybody for anything. The only thing the man has ever done is give of himself and his time, and saved, thousands of lives, literally thousands of lives. And I think we need to do something for this man. So, Linda, I hope you got a hold of his daughter, because I know that Jeff is up hunting up north somewhere. But while he's gone, we need to do something for this man and show him some respect, and show him how much we stand behind him, and really get behind him and help donate. You know, and I'll donate the first $100 to him. That man is incredible. You know, we need to help this guy out. That's all I'm saying. And it's no disrespect to Jeff. I don't want to belittle or make him, the man has a lot of pride, just like I do, just like any other man does. But on something like this, we need to show him some respect and show him our love and help him out. So, Linda, if you can get with, I know that was Miss Linda's best friend. So if you can get with the daughter and have her give me a call this week, so that we can do something nice for this man. And anybody owns a business, a restaurant, let me know. We need to get this man hooked up with some, so he can go out and, eat dinner and do whatever. You got a business, you want to donate something to him, send it over to the Putman Way or IITW Radio on Facebook. With that, I'm losing my voice again. That was Calvin O that opened up the show tonight, One Nation Under God. What a great song. Linda said, I agree. What did she say? I got you into the hog bit. Yes, you did, Linda. Miss Linda's the one. What now? Oh, now I got people writing in saying they don't want to see me as my skivvies jumping into an ice bucket, so they're going to go and collect door to door, so I don't have to see that.
We'll get you a pair of board shorts.
I am not wearing a banana hammock or boy shorts. No way. I'll jump in my regular shorts.
Get him one of them Gene Simmons hair bangs. He can jump in with a little.
I could maybe get Cletus to do it. You guys are trying to get rid of me. I'm already on heart medication. I'm going to jump into a 55-gallon drum of ice. But if I do it, Miss Linda has to do it. Maybe we can get our county commissioners to do it as well.
Oh, trust me, we can get $5,000 if we go door to door. Everybody loves you so much, we can get that.
Oh, they're talking about they're going not so that they won't see me, but so they will see me. Hell, I guess kissed a hog. So, I don't want to do that.
Just say yes.
That's tough.
No.
In the wintertime, jumping into a 55-gallon drum of ice.
All right, if you're not man enough, I guess.
Oh, no. Hell no. You did not say I'm not man enough. Are you going to jump in there for another $5,000?
No, because I'm smart enough not to.
Oh, come on. It's for a good cause. Come on.
He's got to help me collect the
Chris will do it, too.
No. Someone has to record it.
Yeah, someone's got to do the recordings.
Oh, you guys try to get out of this crap. They say they're not going to do it. They have to record it and do the live streaming and stuff. I can hold a camera and focus in. Somebody bring a chunk of coal and I'll shove it up my butt and crush a diamond for you at the same time, too. Hell no. Yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it for her.
Well, we got one person wanting a banana hammock.
Oh, hell no, Todd. I am not putting on a banana hammock. There ain't no way in hell. People be running.
No. We'll get you the one bathing suit
Got
from.
to the top to start.
Here's my banana hammock right here,
We'll give you a
Todd.
bathing suit from
Right
Borat.
here. I'll jump in with this on. That's all you guys are getting. My banana hat for $5,000 and ice water.
Yeah,
Oh, good God, no.
too.
I am not wearing that. They would have to do.
I don't want to see it.
They would have to do $50,000 on that. I'm not even going to agree to that because the last time I agreed to it, oh hell no! Get that off the screen. Good God.
Very nice.
Oh, listen.
Oh, a movie.
No, not where there's a will, there's a way. There's no way in hell you guys want to see me in that. Ain't gonna happen. I pulled up at an old guy's house last week, and I love the guy to death, but I had to drop off some paperwork to him. And anyways, I'll get into that on another show one night. I've got to get out of here on that choice. Anyhow, I want to thank Bass Pro Shop for donating the boat, for all the people that have been supporting Fort Gates Ferry, and for all the ones that came out to help support the cookout. We sold 250 racks of ribs, which is incredible. We were there for 2 days. Give me a tutu.
Yeah, keep you warm.
Now they're talking about a tutu, Marie. Anyhow, I want to thank Tammy, my partner in crime over in Tampa. She's always up 24/7 getting the news up. The other day, we had 3 fatalities in less than a 24-hour time here in Putnam County, and Tammy was right on top of them. They were happening one after another, and she's always going out of her way for people in Putnam County. She loves this county, even though she doesn't live here. So if you want to get the latest in news and breaking news, go over to the Putnam Way. If you're watching this on YouTube, go over to the THE Putnam, PUTNAM, Way, WAY, and you can get filled in on the latest news. If you want to hear some great music, go over to IITW Radio. It's Indigo Tango Whiskey, and you can check it out on our webpage, Facebook page, YouTube, all that good stuff. Remember when you're on YouTube to hit the subscribe button. That way you can get the latest feeds. Doug Williams says, thank you, Bass Pro Shop, along with a bunch of other people. I want to thank Manny one more time. I mean, that is so kick butt. And also to the brick company up there. What's the man's name? Barry? Remember, this brick, I'll put it up one more time. If you guys and gals want to order these, there's only so much space in this walkway that we're doing. So if you want to get one of these, Linda says she's going to take 2. So she's already got the paperwork. This brick right here, $35. Keep your name in history. Put it down at Fort Gates Ferry. Or we'll go to Fort Gates Ferry.
If they want one, just say I want one, and we'll go in and send them the information.
If you want one, just put on there that you want a brick and put it in the comment section. The staff will be reviewing it later on. Might take a couple of days because there's a ton of people watching this and that read the Putnam Way. Oh, there you got it. Those things are heavy, but they are lasered in. And again, thank you to all of our vets, our first responders, our police officers. And if you see a vet, in Walmart or out on the street, a young man, if his fatigues, go up and thank him for his service. If you see a veteran, especially with a hat on, this is a U.S. veteran, go in there and thank them for their service. Walk up and thank an officer for their service. And don't tell your kids, I say this all the time, don't walk up and tell them, I'm going to have that cop arrest you if you don't behave. All that does is instill fear into them. Just go over and tell them, look, here's the officer. Let them show them their sirens and stuff like that. But the main thing, and I thank our volunteer firefighters and our firefighters. These guys and gals risk their lives day in and day out. And they're on call 24/7, especially our volunteers. They're ready to jump up in the middle of the night at birthday parties with their kids. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Linda said, thank you, Travis and staff, for all you do. Come out, support Fort Gates Ferry, and someone donate $5,000 so Travis can do the polar plunge. Oh, that sucks. Linda's not going to let me off of this. All to benefit Fort Gates Ferry. Unreal. Anyways, I got to get the hell out of here. We'll see you guys and gals back here tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, our guest is Paul Adamczak. I think I said it right. He's running for county commissioner. He's going to be in here telling us what changes he thinks needs to be made to the county. And should be a really good show. All right. We love you. It's closing out tonight is Austin Neal, Brothers in Arms. Austin will be down on the December 15th. 14th and the 15th, playing at the Oaks and maybe at Fort Gates Ferry. They might have a big party down there on the 15th. We don't know yet. We're still trying to work it out. Doug said he'll contact us about the brick. So, all right, guys and gals, Austin Neal closing the session out. He will be down here live December 14th and 15th at the Oaks. It's going to be a free concert over there. Adam's going to pay for the stuff over there. So go over there, and they've got great hamburgers, all kinds of food. I got to get out of here. It's late. I got to go change a battery in a car and see a man about a horse. We love you. We're out. Oh, and I got to get my shout-outs. Mama B, Miss Debbie, Annette, Audrey up in Louisiana, Mr. Steve, sorry to hear about your brother passing away. And watch where you're going there, young man. You wrecked into a ditch and a pole. Yeah, your wife told me about it. To Jimmy up there, to Cindy Shaw, to all of our county commissioners for voting to get the dock done, and to Captain Dale over at Fort Gates Ferry. I'm going to steal your Mustang and your Corvette later.
Brothers in